Hey guys, thank you very much for tuning into another video of my life. In this video, we are going to do an unboxing of the Samson Q2U, which is a microphone useful for podcasts and things like that. I think this is an absolutely budget-friendly, high-quality sort of an item, at least considering the many tens of minutes of reviews that I've viewed online from people who are experts in microphones, and there's quite a couple of channels and podcasting channels and so on who have done a review of this microphone. So why did I buy this microphone? Well, quite simply because I have completely unrealistic and fantasy levels of moments where I think, oh, maybe I should start a podcast or something like that, and maybe there might be some people interested in my views or what I have to think, which is completely probably unrealistic, but it is what it is. So currently, the reason for my frequency of uploads is because I'm very busy with the work, so I haven't really had time to do things like that. In the meantime, I've continued to buy many other things which I've been using in the meantime, but I haven't actually done the unboxing of, which even I bought a TV really, but again didn't do the unboxing for that, even though I'd love to. It's just that I've been so busy. So this one, I'm not going to spend too much time editing it or anything like that. I'm just going to record it, unbox it, and then put it online for people to enjoy. But yeah, if you thought, if anything, if you thought me doing a podcast would in any way be useful at all, then I'll do it. But anyway, so that's the reason I bought it, in case if I want to shoot any video with a better recording, audio quality and things like that. So I'll just ramble on in my videos, as I always do, by the way. So if you're not used to that style, you're better off watching something else. But one thing I do know is that I don't think there's many unboxing videos online of this item. So I thought at least I can add some value by unboxing this in front of everyone. So let's look at that now. So you've got these are the sides. I've been turning it around all this time. It is a dynamic microphone. Just so you know what dynamic microphone is, it records the sound mainly from the front and little sound from the sides and the back. So if you talk from here, hardly any of the sound comes through. If you talk from here, almost all of the sound will come through. And then it has a shape. In effect, it's like this kind of an area that you're talking from. So it picks up sound from. So these are the sort of microphones that you use on, let's say, if you're a singer on stage, or if you're on radio, probably something like this. The other type of microphone that you see, which have like that kind of shape, that kind of shape really, okay, this is the front and back and so on. They're different. They're not dynamic. I think they're actually, I can't remember what they're called, but they pick up sounds from all sides. So the front, back, echoes in the room, everything. And sometimes that kind of a sound is also very useful, and they're also more sensitive. So if you're playing, let's say, some music, if you want to record how people are responding to something, right? So if you're saying something in a room, for example, or playing some music, and you want to record the background noise for whatever reason, how people are reacting, then those are probably the sorts of microphones that are more useful. These are the sorts of microphones that are more useful if you want to do a podcast literally from your own room. People walking outside the room, maybe window, noises coming from outside, police sirens, whatever it may be happening outside your house. This kind of microphone is trying to do its best to ignore any other sound apart from the sound that's coming just from here. And of course, your head's going to be somewhere around here, so that's going to block the rest of the sort of sound from behind you. So literally the idea is that you get a nice, crisp, clear sound of just your voice, and it ignores everything else really. So that's why this is useful for podcasts. Like this lady right here, she's looking like she's having a wonderful time doing podcast, probably broadcasting to 3 people that listen to her audio broadcast. So there we go, because everyone and their dog has a podcast these days, don't they? So okay, let's open this up. Oh, I didn't show you the bottom. There's the bottom. Okay, made in China. I always say, God bless China for making these sorts of high quality, low cost products for the rest of the world, including Chinese people, to enjoy. I wouldn't have thought that Samson was actually a registered trademark, but it is, because it sounds so much like Samsung, but I guess it looks quite different. Okay. there's some bits here. By the way, this isn't a virgin unboxing to the extent where this isn't a brand new item actually, so it's not sealed. I think it's been hardly used at all, so it's like mint condition. And as you know, with a lot of my things, I actually buy them on eBay, and I'll leave some links in the description, and you can buy a couple of products if you want to from there. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it helps the channel in a very small way. In fact, I'll tell you something actually interesting at this point. This cost me everything that I've ever made on any affiliate links on my channel ever. So there you go. And my channel has quite a few thousands of views. And after all those thousands of views, so there you go. Maybe I reinvest this and start a podcast, and that's successful, and that gives me another, 25 quid or something, and then I'll buy something else, and it'll be a compounding machine. Oh, I didn't expect that to pop out, but it did. There we are. It's got a good, decent bit of weight to it, to be honest, and I kind of like it because, ooh, you can tell it's a good piece of equipment. Is this band supposed to be on here? Yeah, I think this band probably should be in this gap along the rim here, which I'll just stick it in like that. I don't think it's going to be too complicated to do, so I'll do that later. But looking at the item, I mean, it is got a bit of weight to it, guys. Got a bit of weight to it. It's a solid piece. The last time I held a mic like this, long time ago, I was really young. I used to actually rap and do a couple of like house parties and open mic sort of a thing every now and then, and that's when I remember holding a mic, something like this, a bit weighty, with this sort of mesh on top, which is quite solid actually. You'd think that this is delicate, but if you try to press it, you can't actually press it, so it's very strong. And obviously now in hindsight, that was a good, decent quality mic, it would appear. But this is actually better than that, looking at the sounds online. So you've got the volume up and down button. You can hear it, the clicks. You've got the on-off switch. You've got the light to tell you whether it's USB, whether the power's enough or not. I believe if it's red, then there's not enough power coming in. You've got this bit for high quality audio recordings and stuff. As you can tell, I'm no expert in this at all. This one's going to be useful for most people, really. The USB, so you can use the USB cable, stick it straight into your smartphone like this, for example, or your laptop, and off you go. You can do your podcasting, or you can use it for your Zoom calls, video calls, and so forth. But the quality is absolutely excellent. You also have a 3.5mm headphone jack, so you can listen to yourself whilst you're speaking in this, so you can know the level of quality that comes through. And then you can also do things like amplify the audio that's being recorded from your PC or your Mac or your laptop, what have you. So I think by default, I think if you keep it around 70%, then the sounds quite good. You can increase it more or less, but then you increase the sort of hissing sound that the microphone itself might produce. But pound for pound, this is an excellent quality. This looks quite psychedelic actually when you move it around. Getting distracted. Okay, put this aside. Let's see what else is in the box. So that's for the microphone. Little sleeve, as you can see, like I said, this is secondhand. It's been hardly used at all, and I can tell. You can just tell by the way it looks. Actually, it's not even being used hardly at all. This goes on top of that, and it's to stop from those popping sounds. So you got the p p p p or the s sounds, and it's to stop that from happening. What else have we got here? So we've got this cable. This is for the proper audio recorder stuff equipment. You can see the previous person hasn't even used it. It's still completely wrapped in its original state. Smells completely new as well. And this goes into your Pro Tools, which I wouldn't know what it is, but yeah, you can put this in, plug it from your microphone to this other recorder stuff, and then it can control how much you want to amplify, clarify, background noise reduction, multiple channels, so you can have one microphone being recorded and another one being on a separate channel, so you can control the volumes independently, and all kinds of interesting things. Let's have a look at what else is there in the box. This is a stand again. To be honest, I mean, it does barely looks like it's been used at all, because I think these are all same things. People think, hey, you know, I'll start a little podcast. They probably start a podcast, and like I said, one man and his dog listens to it, and they go, oh man, I'm not getting any success from it. So I think unless you enjoy podcasting yourself and talking into a microphone, expressing yourself, your views, analyzing things, having an opinion on things, I think podcasting probably isn't the one for you, to be honest. Even the loads of people do set it up, and I've listened to some podcasts which are like 20 minutes long, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what? Spent 20 minutes sort of like this video, isn't it? You're probably going by this point, what's he rambling on about? But this is nice quality as well, actually. There you go. So you can probably, so it looks like there's only two settings. Can you put it somewhere in the middle? You sort of can put it somewhere in the middle, actually, but it wants to snap all the way out like that. You can probably see it. See, it wants to kind of snap in and snap out of the place. It probably wants to do something like this, which is quite flat, but I would want it something like this. So can I do it halfway? You kind of can, as you can see, kind of can do it halfway, but it wants to go all the way out. It wants to do this. Okay, that's what it wants to do. Nice rubberized foot. Again, quality is very high. The knurling is very detailed. No issues. And I don't think, it doesn't look like it's going to break anytime soon anyway. Cable, reasonable size, but if you don't like the length, you can of course buy another one with one of these. This has of course got one of these fusey things in there, so I guess you have to buy a cable with that inside. But I think this length should be plenty for most people. I think it's about 1 meter long. Oh no, it looks like it's about 2 meters long actually. Let me just check. Oh yeah, 2 meters long, definitely 2 meters long. Okay, this is a 2 meter long cable. Let's have a look at anything else going on in here. So you have the online product registration. There we are, if purchased outside the UK. And you've got the owner's manual, the trusty owner's manual that no one's ever going to read. I probably will. But there we are, Q2U layout. If you want to pause the video at any of these points, hopefully this is legible and readable. Okay, this is a wide angle camera, by the way, so you know it's not going to be the best quality. Apologies for that, but just trying to do my best I can with the equipment I've got. Okay, there we are. There's a setup, so you can plug in your headphones so you can get some feedback on what you're listening to, so how you're sounding, and then the cable that goes in the laptop, for example. Okay. Man, you can imagine in the future this is probably going to be Bluetooth, eh? No wires at all. P-popping, sometimes recording, blah blah blah. Plosives, plosive constants, that's what they're called. Stand mounting, decibels. There we are, Samson technology. So I hope you found this unboxing video rather than the review. This isn't a review. There's guys online that have done absolutely fantastic reviews on this microphone. You should listen to them for any sort of reviews. This was just for the unboxing. Hopefully, you know, this in itself, unboxing, microphone in front, etc. What comes in, what does it look like, etc. helped you in some way. This is quite weighty actually. I like it. Feels solid. I wonder if yeah, I would have to get a USB adapter. Let's see if it works actually. So I'm going to pause the video now, and I'm going to get an adapter and stick it straight in my phone, see if it can record the audio. Hey guys, so now what I have is this is plugged straight into the this is the actual cable, as you know, which was provided with the microphone, and it's plugged in straight into my smartphone. Okay, and my smartphone, by the way, is just a Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus smartphone. I'm going to plug this in now, and that is a very snug fit. And now I can see on my, you can probably not hear me or barely hear me, but I can see on my smartphone it's saying that it's now going to start recording via the USB device. So now the audio is coming through the mic, and what I've also done is I've plugged in some headphones inside the microphone. Okay, so I can sort of hear myself. This is the first time I'm doing this, and it sounds kind of weird. So what I've done is the microphone is in front of my sort of mouth, very close actually, within a couple of millimeters even, and I am speaking just off directly. I'm now going to just put the microphone slightly away, and something interesting is happening at the moment actually. So there is a volume button on the microphone itself, of course, which I can use to up the volume apparently. But what's happening is when it's plugged into my smartphone and I'm increasing my volume, what's happening is it's starting and stopping the video. Okay, so it's like stop recording and start recording. So it's as if I'm clicking the volume buttons on my smartphone, and of course the volume buttons on my smartphone, what they're doing is they're stopping and starting the video. So that's kind of, so I can't really test sort of increasing or decreasing the audio in my headphones from the microphone, because on my smartphone the function of the up and down volume buttons is simply to stop and start the video. But nonetheless, I hope this is helpful. I can kind of hear myself in a slightly different way. I can hear it's quite clear actually. This is I'm handling the microphone now. Okay, so I'm kind of doing that. I'm kind of passing it from one hand to another. But I think if you just keep it steady in front of you and you're talking within the microphone, I think this will be quite fine. This is me directly speaking into the microphone, and this is me speaking into the microphone slightly off center. So it's kind of at the side of my mouth rather than in front of my mouth. But so hopefully once again you found this video very, very helpful. I just always want to thank everyone who watches my videos, likes them, comments on them. I'm just ever so grateful. I have 370 or something subscribers. I can't believe it that anyone would subscribe to this channel, but I'm always grateful and appreciative. If you want to buy this microphone and if you want to help the channel, you can use the eBay links in the description. A lot of other stuff on eBay as well, secondhand stuff. I buy a lot of secondhand things off eBay. I find it quite useful, good bargains, etc. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'm just rambling on a little bit so you can get more of a sample of what it sounds like to speak in this mic, and later on when I hear this back, I'll get a sample of what it sounds like as well. So once again, thanks for watching MyLife. Like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Thank you. Goodbye.